Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Outfit Wars podcast of 2023 for Nexus season number 2. I'm your host, Drakoy from Red Mist, this year playing in C as a squad leader. We also have Glyn.
Hi, I'm Glyn from FRMD. I'm platoon lead for Outfit Wars, and that mainly consists of staring at a map, driving Sundays, trying to organize people on a tournament that's only happening on weekends in December.
Yeah, I feel some slight friction there already. Then we also have Sal from FU.
Hello, I'm Sal. I'm an officer and Outfit Wars organizer for Freelancers Union, an outfit based on Militaire. I started playing Planet Side in 2013, took a long break, and then come back a couple of years ago. Now I PL'd the first match and SL'd in the second match for Freelancers Union.
We also have veimiK from KOTV.
Hi, I'm veimiK. I'm an officer in KOTV, and I either platoon lead or first command in Outfit Wars this time around.
Then we also have Lance, also known as Tille from DIGT.
Hey everyone, I'm Lance. Also, I stream, of course. You know me from there as well. I just shoot Planet Mans for DIGT, I think, for a few months now. I've been before with KOTV. I don't lead. I don't make any decisions. I just shoot, and I'm happy about it.
And then, at last, maybe least, maybe not, we have TobyHD from C.
Hi, I'm TobyHD. I'm a shouty boy and always watch on the map. Platoon leading almost since the beginning of Planet Side.
Yeah, so first of all, to start off, we're gonna go a little bit about the current scores of Outfit Wars. So we're all up to date. So far, there's been 2 matches, but this is the first podcast, so we're gonna go sort of over each 2, but basically just going over the scores. I'll show them on screen right now. So I think it's pretty, the top 2, I think was pretty expected for Mido and Freedom Fighters. What do you guys think?
No.
No, I agree. I think I agree. I wouldn't say any other outfit. Maybe LPS would be second, but top 3 is pretty much bang on.
The top 3 makes sense, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, top 3 makes sense. Top 4 doesn't, to be honest, but yeah.
Not necessarily in that order, but definitely the top 3 makes a certain bit of sense, yeah. I expected Ruin to be higher than they are. But...
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I think what's still possible with Rune is that they, like KOTV, I think you fought against Dick in one of your games?
Yeah,
correct?
We've done Formido and we've done Dig.
So
Correct. And Dig was basically, well, free because nobody showed up.
Yeah, I think that matters a lot as well. If you basically fight against a no-show, like for example Chimp is gonna do right now, you're just gonna rack up a lot of points, what boosts you high in the standing. Because if we look at it, there's only 2 games left to be in the top 8. So actually, who plays against Dick the last game could have an influence over actually who gets in the top 8.
Yeah, and not everyone gets to play against the no-shows, right? So it's a bit scuffed in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
It could cause a weird picture in the last weekends, that we might see teams that maybe are not on par with other teams to do better because of the skewed picture of those no-shows. And then, yeah, I don't think though it will have long-lasting effects where it's like really these guys shouldn't be there. I mean, it's top 8 in the end, right? So there's a lot of space here, a lot of wiggle room.
I don't know. I think somebody's gonna get knocked out even though they shouldn't.
Yeah,
because of
one
this.
team is going to. I mean, there's 3 teams that we're not going to be surprised are at the bottom of that list, but the 4th one's going to be the interesting one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my guess, XPLA should be out as well normally.
Yeah.
If I'm
Yeah,
right.
because they originally were showing up with 1 guy, and now they're showing up with a few, but they aren't going to be playing really.
Well, you still have a possibility that PLA just comes in as the number 8.
I guess For it, if you, it's kind of looking rough as well right now in terms of wins, I guess. XPLA could.
Yeah, we've been kind of blessed and also cursed in this competition because our matches, we've had two really good, well-balanced matches, but it means we're at the bottom of the table pretty much as well because of the no-shows. So the actual games we've played have been really good and we've had a lot of fun with them, but we're struggling to stay in the competition because of these no-shows. So we've been really affected by it a lot this time round.
Yeah, because
I have faith in you.
yeah, I think against you guys played really well. I was actually surprised. I won't lie. I'm looking forward to next weekend's match, of course, against
Yeah,
you guys
so am
as
I.
well.
First match was really fun, and I hope we've learned a lot this time, so we should be able to put on a good show again.
So what do you guys think of? Let's see. So Chimp Republic should actually win now easy against a few, right? Against Dignity of War, sorry.
The Dig's not turning up, so
Yeah.
Dig's officially not turning up to any games.
They're
so
getting
they
max
won
points
that.
basically.
Okay, because that boosts their like they're basically gonna be higher than some people that, for example, if DIGT fights against Western Union and one of those teams loses, they could be lower than Chimp Republic. What doesn't make sense, to be honest.
Yeah, it really has thrown a lot of teams into different spots that they shouldn't really be in. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Could also happen that, I mean, depending on how Friday goes, and let's say just hypothetically, DIGT loses against Rune. Just keeping my personal opinion out of this, just going like, theoretically, right?
Yeah.
Then DIGT would have to play, maybe depending on the points, against Chimp again. So you never know. There, it really throws a lot of stuff around. It's really unsure, and I think we can only get a clearer picture the closer we get through this somewhat, what do you want to call it, group stage or something, scuffed group stage.
Yeah,
And we actually get a rematch again. That would be interesting.
I think what would be better, like if we terms on talking how they could improve Outfit Wars possibly, is like that you cannot fight the same opponent once like twice in group stage, you know?
Well, or you just make sure that people can have like outfits sign up and not show up, so that like whatever mechanisms are there to not allow that. I mean, somebody must have pressed a big glowing button at some point within Dig and within what is the other
XPLA.
XPLA.
XPLA. Yeah.
So somebody must have done that who has some type of leadership function, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they can improve the outfit, whatever mechanics before this happens, to ensure that we get to play these teams, because we have only limited time. This event is already so special as it is, and now it takes away from that. This is kind of like, I think, this year's Outfit Wars drama, the no-shows, the deliberate or not deliberate no-shows.
It's interesting to think how they do that though, because you can't predict the future. Like, someone signs up and you don't know if they're going to show up to their matches or not. So the process is already rolling. So even if they don't show up, what can we really do about it?
And I think XPLA would say that they actually would have played if the timing had been different, but I don't imagine what timing they were hoping for.
Yeah, this is why I think like a round robin system, while it might take longer, would be better, where everyone gets to play everyone in the qualifiers regardless. So everyone gets the same chance. I think that'd be a better way of doing it.
So I think that I'm not saying there was too much logic in the system they chose, but the system that was chosen was, the hope was, if they're over many games, there would be a lot less stomps.
Yeah.
And the result of that, it results in an unfair table, but less. It should, further as you go in, get less stomps happening.
I think last year it actually worked out pretty accurately to where people should have been as well.
Yeah, because there were less games.
Shows,
Yeah. There were no shows on Miller last year, I don't think, if I remember right. I think everyone fielded fairly full teams that could.
Yeah.
Like, everyone intended to show up anyway, so.
I think
I believe we had one on Cobalt, didn't we?
Yeah, on Cobalt we had the no-show, and we also like we fought the same team 3 times, and it just
That's
like
rough.
just like ruins your mood kind of, because I think most people go into Outfit Wars, at least me. Like, of course, some are going to win. You know, we try our best, of course, but it's also
Yeah.
fun to fight different teams on Nexus, because Nexus is a unique continent that we can only play now, and I think it's a fun map actually, and it's fun to play other teams against it.
Yeah, we've in FU we've always wanted to have an Outfit Wars match versus KOTV, and all the schedules were changing around last year, and we were scheduled for KOTV, but then we got CTIA instead, and it was really disappointing. We were all super hyped for that.
I think if you guys do very well this round and we do fairly bad, then we get the chance to play against each other. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Yeah,
I want to play against a few too.
Yeah,
I think Senior's never going to forgive the devs for last season when we were originally scheduled to play against BHO, and then they moved BHO off onto a different team.
I think DIGT got it instead, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think BHO was also having issues fielding maximum players. At least I remember there was some hiccup with new players joining BHO to assist and then not showing up, and then old players not being willing because they had been exchanged for new players, and something like that. And I think the match against KOTV, BHO was like 10 people short or 15 people short. I think like a whole squad was missing that match.
Yeah, they only had 38 players in their KOTV match.
I think with 38 players though, you're still trying to attend. I think there is a difference.
Yeah,
between...
but they had more players than that online. They just didn't want them on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it was a deliberate choice.
Yeah.
So in the first match, it was like homegrown BHO, let's call it, and it was a disaster for them. So they had a big knee-jerk reaction getting externals in, and they messed up the permissions so people couldn't get in the match. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot on that one.
Who were their opponent? Was it FRMD?
We never got to play them.
No, it was the first match was DIGT, and the one where they couldn't get people in was KOTV.
Oh, it was KTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people didn't expect really the burnout last year, because you need a lot of numbers to. I think for a full team, you need to close to have double the numbers than 48.
At least we've always said that's true for all the competitive events. They're stamina events, and there's lots of things the devs could do that would make it less burnouty. And it being every weekend is incredibly strenuous on the leadership of any of the outfits. And along with, it's quite strenuous for the people playing, but for the leadership, the organization for that, even on a normal month, is hard. But in Christmas months, yikes.
Oh yeah, next week is going to be interesting with Christmas basically happening during the matches. I wonder how many people are going to show up actually in each match.
Yeah, I think next week maybe still possibly fine, because 22nd and 23rd. But if you look after that, we're like
New Year's Eve territory.
but New
Yeah,
Year's,
that's
like,
even worse.
I think a lot of people.
I think they're both going to be bad.
Yeah.
22nd is going to be bad.
If people are traveling to be with family, they'll be away from PCs, that sort of thing.
And depending on the country, I mean, a lot of European countries have got a lot of family meals and stuff arranged on that weekend, so that's just hard. And then you've got there's like Russia side of things where they're celebrating Christmas later, so they will have a different set of problems after December.
Yeah,
Which is also interesting for PlanetSide, right? If you look at the demographic of players now, you have this influx of these. I always call them, like, jokingly, the young gods. Like the young, like weirdly young players that play this game, and I always think, why aren't you playing Fortnite? But they play here, and they play on Jaeger, or they play live on they're embedded into other outfits. And then you have like the older generations that've been like going with the game, getting older as this game progresses, and they're like either like mid and 20s, beginning 30s, somewhere there. And then the old kind of leadership people who are like mid 30s. So you have all these different people to make this work in December. I don't know what they were thinking, to be honest. I know they thought they were doing something great for the community, but they should have we should have gotten 2 Outfit Wars 2024, give us one early, give us one late, give us a little bit more freedom, and then let us cook. instead of giving us big news and force us into the situation where, okay, now we need to work around this and make plans. And yeah,
I think it was due to the fact that everybody wanted Outfit Wars, and it was semi-announced like after summer, and then it didn't came due to problems and devs leaving, and then they saw, I think, the drop of the players of PlanetSide 2, and then it's like a panic move, starting up Outfit Wars and fuck up the timers and that sort of stuff, and planning of it.
My issue with this is that it feels rushed a bit because they said they were not going to do this year, and all of a sudden there's big news coming, and the big news is Outfit Wars, even though it shouldn't be happening this year yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And because of this, the schedule is all wrong, basically. And with the no-shows and stuff, I think it would be better if they waited until January to start, and we would get more equal matches.
Yeah, I think
The other way of talking about it, there's another way they could do this, which is just a challenge basis, which is that one outfit can challenge another outfit. So you could just do that for friendlies, or you could do it for a ladder, and that would probably solve many of these problems.
But it will be hard though. Like one outfit can't always play when the other outfit wants.
Yeah, so that'd have to be agreed. Otherwise, they don't play.
It's similar to a friendly on Jaeger, wouldn't it? Like a
Yeah.
large friendly, or
exactly
something
right.
like that.
Yeah, totally.
I-
Yeah.
I-
Then you could just have a ladder, and this could run all year if you wanted it to.
I mean, there was this, I think the last kind of like scrim league or whatever you want to call it, like 6v6 league, that was based on like just you make plans with the other team whenever it fits, and then, you know, there's the results. You just hand it, you know, forward to whatever people. That would be brilliant, actually.
And
But then
it
they
would
have
stop
to
some of the
also-
stomps as well, I imagine. You know, they would just,
Totally.
at certain outfits would just go, well, there's no point in that having that particular game.
And they would have to give us access to Nexus in a different way.
Yeah.
Which they're
Yeah,
not giving us
I've-
right now, just like the way they do, which is very limited. But they would
I-
have to give us any way that we can get on Nexus, maybe even on Jaeger or something. But
Have
they
you
would
not
have
got
to
the
give
tool
us-
still
yet?
can't quite believe that the one time we've actually been able to access Nexus is PTS, like outside of an actual match. I can't quite believe that that's how they've done it, to be honest.
Imagine pickups if you could do them on Nexus on live instead of on PTS.
It'd be
with
great for
200
many
ping.
competitive events. I can see lane smash on it. I can see like
Yeah.
bigger numbers even. It's quite a nicely built, balanced map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think just some fixes need to be fixed. Like, I think on the gen building, there's still this invisible wall, or like that you
Oh,
cannot shoot through.
The pillars on powerhouses
Yeah.
buildings kill me every match.
It's
the
like
hitboxes on them.
the
I have,
hitboxes
I have
are
an easy
still
solution
scuffed.
here. I have an easy solution. Just get Osho out of the game, replace it with Nexus, and the winner stays.
Agree. Agreed.
I'm not quite sure that Nexus would handle the numbers that are on live, but getting rid of OSHA would get a vote from me.
And you
What
just
you
have
do
two
is-
factions. You put two factions on it. The winner stays on, the loser leaves, and the next faction that wasn't playing.
That's
gets
really
to
not going to
be-
work.
Oh, like King of the Hill.
Definitely
Nice.
No,
not.
what,
Nice.
what you do, you get Nexus and you get Coltier and you smash them together. And
Oh
then
my
you
god.
That's peak gaming.
PlanetSide indeed.
And then you add in the donut map of the first Outfit Wars,
Yeah,
top of that-
Desolation.
Desolation, and then you're fully done. And if you have enough pop, then you open up an actual continent, you know?
I actually think that if you have Desolation instead of Osher, it's more fun.
You know,
Yes.
speaking of that, Nexus wouldn't be a bad low pop map actually, just generally. Like I actually quite liked Coltier when it was open, but it is a bit samey. Like it's all the bases you fight are extremely similar, whereas at least Nexus has got some variety.
Wasn't
Does
it an
though?
old
It's all the
idea
circle
that you had
bases.
battle islands and that you had the battle and that will open and map up in the end if your faction won?
But I mean, you have to bear in mind that whatever you're asking for, like many of the things we're talking here, if they're low code or no code, those are the ones you want to go with. Not please do a bunch of work.
Yeah, I don't see them putting too much development anymore into PlanetSide, because right now, I think after Outfit Wars, there's gonna be some people that gonna play less, of course, because at least I know for our group, it's a lot of people switched to NC Miller because we are originally from Cobalt, and we played a lot to grind our characters out, you know. But I expect some, like, for sure after New Year's and stuff, people are gonna take a bit of a chill on the game.
Well, isn't that a general thing? Like Outfit Wars is a little bit demanding, in a way. So everybody would take at least a month break of PlanSide or lower their activity due to outfit wars.
Well, that kind of happens because the leadership from all the outfits will be so tired that it's even if the players wanted to play, you got to find the leaders to actually lead things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I was gonna say it's the leadership mainly. Like I know our PL last year, Jack took a multi-month break, and this year he was just like, I am not platoon leading. It's not happening. I will play, but I'm not platoon leading. So he's still feeling the effects of it now.
Goodness. Like PTSD.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's weird. It's strange though, because I'm the opposite kind of person. That whereas I'll do the more I do something, the more I want to do it. So even after outfit wars, I tend to carry it on for a little bit.
Who was then leading the second match then for you guys?
Morgrak took it for second match, the other FU organizer. So I PL'd the first one, and Morgrak did the second one.
I think ironically, with leadership being gone basically for a couple of months or weeks after outfit wars, it's gonna be better fights on live, because right now it's all tryhards everywhere dropping and killing fights with 30% pop. And once that's done, I think it's gonna get better for the worst players, let's say.
Yeah,
I still think that when I set foot on Miller, like in the beginning of Miller before Outfit Wars, there was already DIGT dropping on in with a large pop or dig or whatever outfit. I think that will stay the same. Doesn't matter about the leadership
Oh,
itself.
the Zergfits are gonna stay the Zergfits, sure. I will still drop 2 platoons on your head, don't worry.
Now I'm trained due to Outfit Wars.
Yeah. I don't envy a new player joining at this time of year to PlanetSide with all the sweaty outfits there. It's not ideal if you don't know what you're looking for in fights at the minute.
Well, for the new players, it's only fun if you join an outfit that is active, right? Who has
Yeah.
regular ops, who maybe participates in Outfit Wars, so you have like a future goal as a new player. So joining Outfit Wars next year, if there is a next year. I think that's how you get new players in, but playing solo on PlanetSide it's not fun at all.
Not recommended.
I think that's kind of the good thing that's 48 versus 48. That there is a chance for you don't have to be an insane player to be able to play an outfit wars. I think, because if you look at Jaeger, like the 6v6 stuff, like good luck having a fun time in that. If you're not like a for KD heavy like Lance, you know. So I think that is a bit nicer for outfit wars. It opens up the more competitive side for the players that take the game not as try hard.
Yeah,
definitely.
it's one of the things that we try to do in FU. It's not so much about trying to win the competition for us. It's more about the community and giving everyone a chance to play in the tournament. So last year and this year, for example, we've got players that joined FU this year and they get a chance to play in the matches. So that's more important to us than going outright for the win, because we are a live community. Like
That's why I think. Yeah,
the
go on.
people that you see in the matches are basically the same people that you'll see running around on ops completely in a few.
And I think that's one of these things that a lot of people won't understand. There are several outfits, FRMDs amongst the same approach that we're just letting everyone play, but that obviously is going to have an effect on the final standings when you're going to see a few other outfits that are going to be at the top, and you know why they're there.
Well, yeah, that's since the beginning of the side, right? Or Outfit Wars itself. You got the ringers, you got the stacks. They're shining above everybody.
But I wouldn't blame them, because in the end, they're just playing the game and they're using the options that they're given, and it's basically what is given to them that is the issue, right? If you want to have prohibit that and not allow it, then it's on to Daybreak. It's on to the people who run the game to make a competition where everyone feels like, okay, this is Outfit Wars. This is not Stack Wars or whatever.
But I mean, the problem with the top stacks is that won't work against them, because they will literally stack 6 months in advance if that's what's needed.
But at the same time, I don't condemn people for stacking, because a lot of the time it's people in smaller outfits or smaller friends groups that play
True,
together on live regularly and then just come together for Outfit Wars. So
That's very true. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
true. There's
I-
a lot of like lines that I mean, and most people are not aware of it, right? I wasn't aware of it for a long time, but there's, for example, a lot of connection between 1RPC and FFS, like, and that
Yeah.
goes back, right? And there's a lot of French gamers that have connections like outside the game. There's like it's a whole little microcosmos that a lot of people are not aware. They just see, oh, these groups are coming together. Oh, and then it's perceived as a negative thing because it's that they just want this as that the good in a certain thing. They're good tankers, they're good pilots, they're good infantry, whatever. They're very cohesive. They want to take this from us. And the other outfits, they've been running together just as the other outfits for like a long time, and they see this as a threat. Where it's like, I for example, look at the people from Cobalt that came to Miller and joined. I know that there were some people on Miller that were like, what are these Cobadians doing here? Oh, these shitters, they should go back. I welcome it. I think the community needs to be a little bit more open and friendly to each other and permit each other to, maybe explore the game in ways that we haven't thought about before, because we need to come together in terms of like keeping it alive, That's exactly like I would welcome more Cobalt players on Miller. I would actually welcome if it's like one server, but we don't have to go there yet. I know. It's maybe too much of a hot take for now, but we just need to promote just gameplay, and then we can talk about all the meta issues and all the like live stuff later,
Yeah, I think one of the best weekends that was to play the game was literally when Cobalt was down, and I think Daybreak Game
It was
through.
so-
it was so good.
It was
I agree.
so good on Miller to see like
So
all
many
those
people,
numbers.
yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
I think the fun thing that weekend as well was every time you went on, there was 2 continents open that you could actually play. It wasn't
Exactly.
like
We haven't had that for a long time, a very long time. 2 continents to actually fight on. It was only Osher and nothing. It was only Osher open in prime time, and we couldn't play because it was Osher.
But
So,
yeah,
very positive outcome. Very positive outcome.
Yes, it was indeed.
So we need more of it, and yeah, the community just needs to do it. I think I saw a screenshot flying around on Reddit the other day where someone was logging in on Emerald, and they got a prompt that says, "Would you like to move to Connery?" I'm not sure if that was real or not, but I think
Sounds fake.
Yeah, I saw it as well. It was like, do you want to transfer to Cobalt? I think it was.
yeah.
Something.
So if that is actually real and they're working on some tech, who knows? If that is not real, well, then I got rolled, and it is what it is.
The memeing is strong.
It is.
Yes, it is.
I think transferring characters would also, like, if they would allow it, it would be good in a way as well, because then people would easier make the step to move to another server. Because now
I think
people
Cobalt would die then.
They've done
But-
it before though with Server Smash, haven't they?
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a big.
With
Yeah.
Ceres versus Cobalt.
Miller's happy to have a Source match with any other platform.
With the PlayStation servers, now we have crossplay.
No.
It's all
Crossplay
different
incoming.
topic, mate. What's happening on the PlayStation?
We'll bring cheese.
I know it's I think it's the best for Outfit Wars. Saying that to combine the 2 servers, you get more fights. Look at what Cobalt is doing now. Like, it's the same that we predicted last year, that you just keep on fighting the same outfit constantly. Like, there's no fun in Outfit Wars on Cobalt at this moment, if you ask me.
How many outfits signed up in Cobalt? Like 4, right?
I think 5 in
Yeah.
total, but the 5th didn't get through because there was no 6th outfit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
right.
memed on it.
Yeah. But basically, I think if Cobalt and Miller would have like one thing for Outfit Wars, I think it would be interesting as well, because I know a decent amount of people play for teams on Cobalt right now and on Miller. Like a lot of people
And
just
Emerald,
a lot of people in general play for different teams on in Outfit Wars, like on different servers.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why
I
it's
mean-
interesting, right? That you have like one EU Outfit Wars and then see what happens with that pool of players that are shifting around or not belonging to one special outfit but just get poached to play with them. Like, what the diversity will be then.
There was also, I mean, the problem with all these conversations is it involves code, but there was a suggestion of like outfit partners or something that just didn't require people to leave an outfit if that was what was going on. So
Yeah.
it was
Alliance,
The alliance system. We were
Yeah.
extremely disappointed that didn't come through because we, like for example, this year we've took on some VCBC players as well because they had no leadership. They couldn't enter on their own, so we invited them to join us. But if that alliance system had been in place, we'd have used that instead, and they'd have been able to represent themselves to a degree.
Yeah,
I
would,
literally think that if you go on.
We've had some DIG players join us for this outfit wars. There was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he was in DIG for a very long time. He had the loyalty level. He was 9, like top of the ladder and stuff.
mhm.
Yeah.
He left the DIG, joined KOTV, and couldn't join the match.
Oh my.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah. It's with VCBC, it was in a way better, but also worse because it's different factions. They're VS,
Yeah.
we're TR, so you don't have to give up your loyalty, but you have to start a new character. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of the nice thing for C is like, because most people already had some sort of like a character on Miller just to play when there was literally Ocean Cobalt.
Yeah.
So like for us, it was kind of easier to welcome to a new outfit, because nobody had to
Well-
leave their original outfits.
Just thinking about the loyalty system, was that still implemented in this Outfit Wars?
No.
No.
You,
No.
you don't. It was loyalty rank 3 last year. There's no loyalty
Exactly.
requirement this year.
So if you had like loyalty like 4, I'm just speculating at the moment, you didn't had or probably didn't had these no-shows, right?
I don't
That's a
think
good point.
I
That's a really good
I don't think it would have helped with no shows because like for
No,
example,
XPLA would have still had the loyalty.
yeah, and Dick would probably still signed up anyway, you know. Like so.
Also, last year weren't there? Wasn't it 48 people had to actually click the button?
Yeah,
So
that
that
was
was-
the thing.
Whereas
Same
this
this
year,
year.
it was 24 this year though, wasn't it?
Yeah, this year it was 24. I think
Yeah,
I think that's a
don't understand
mistake.
that.
I would even say make it so 60 people have to click the button.
Yeah, but still you can meme on that as a Zerg fit. But like if you have loyalty 4 and then 48 people, I think then you manage to get the dropouts out.
I
Of
mean,
course,
you,
there's
you
always the
can
chance.
always meme these things, but it just make it harder to accidentally do it.
Yeah, but
Exactly, and then I think for the best of planet side, if you like, I like the idea of having it 2 times a year, like spring and winter. I think you will boost also your fights and your population on the planet side surface.
yeah, I think they need to make Nexus available though to the people. If it would be on Jaeger and you could just like set up a fight on there, I think that could be interesting. And for people to also like give them some time to actually explore the continent, because the only chances you right now have to actually explore the continent is when you basically face a no-show. Because if
Oh, it sounds like he doesn't know. Oh, you don't know. Oh dear.
Oh, tell me.
There may be other ways.
Oh, I know the viewer thingy.
Yes.
But it's
That's why he was saying it. It's coming from the same outfit.
yeah. I think
We had the problem. We solved the problem. We have programmers.
I think the viewer is a nice solution, but it's still you cannot test if your Sunday fits in that or not. You know.
Oh, you haven't got version 2 of the viewer.
Oh no, I don't think so. Maybe you have to talk after the podcast. Who knows?
No, I
Oh.
think you should make it public. I think this is very interesting. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go, Glenn,
So
share
I have a
it.
question for you. I have a question as well for you, Glenn. You played
Yep.
XPLA, right?
Yep.
Did you just go around exploring the map and trying cheese?
We couldn't because unlike the first game against XPLA, this time round another outfit was given like 18 roles on XPLA, so we were actually fighting, whatever it was, 19
Oh,
people.
okay.
Isn't it?
Because I was thinking with the no-shows as well, it's a perfect opportunity to just spend those 45 minutes to look around the map, try all the cheese, figure things out. If you get a no-show, not just win the match.
Well,
But yeah, I mean,
the basis, of course, because
You got to cap the
take their
basics.
points.
We
Yeah.
have in previous matches, and it's kind of silly that we had to do it, but we have in previous matches, like in the downtime, the last 3 minutes or something of the thing when no one could cap a base, actually been trying cheese just to see what works.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised, I have to say, that XPLA is actually a no-show. They've been so active on live before Outfit Wars. They've been very like on Miller afternoon. They were basically spearheading every alert, always around. Super active outfit, ramped up their player count. I think for Outfit Wars, for them to not be around, it's a little bit of.
It's not surprising.
I think that's
mystery.
time zone
It's
difference.
time zone
I
difference.
think it's
If
definitely
it'd been
time
2
zone.
hours
yeah,
earlier,
but
they could have done it easy, but they can't. But they're talking like 2 a.m. for them.
It's middle of the night for them.
yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Wait, do they have outfit wars on Soltec?
They do, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that was
it's-
scuffed a
it's-
little bit.
It's very stuffed.
I see. I
Do
see.
you want to tell them about the Formido situation, Glenn? With where you thought you might get a match and you didn't.
Oh yeah, okay. So there's a bug at the moment. There's two
Right.
different bugs. One is a bug that seems that when the server crashes, everyone gets a loss, which has made Soltec's scoreline really interesting if you go and look at their tables. And there's another bug that we saw on Soltec, which we were afraid was going to happen on Miller, which was the minute the matches were announced, instead of having the match happen in 7 days' time, it happened. It's the match started. And so when we found out about that, we had to like desperately scramble to find out if we could make 48 people for the match possibly starting in an hour's time. And we scrambled like crazy, and we were asking like, outfit friends and everyone else, can you just make the numbers up? And so we were all there waiting, and it didn't start, and they didn't announce the standings, and we're like, when are they going to announce the standings?
Oh my god,
we,
that's so scuffed.
we were sat around together on Esmir, like with a double lane smash team, waiting to see if a match will start.
Oh my
And we
god.
were quite laughing because we were actually looking at who had ended up on the scratch team, because it's all the people we knew, and we're going, this is actually quite a strong team if we'd had to go on right now. But this is, at the same time, we hope the devs really fix this.
Yeah,
That was interesting. You could follow the panic on Reddit from Senior with all the edits each half hour, I believe.
I think we as well in our Discord scrambled like people to play at 2 p.m. just to be ready if possible, because we wouldn't know after like the Chinese matches, of course, if our games would randomly start as well,
And they've not rolled it back, have they? On Soltec.
I think Soltec is fully scuffed as of now. I think it's I don't know. I think they all were a draw last match.
Yeah, but they didn't even roll back the match instantly starting stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
Well,
the
they don't know
time
how to
doesn't-
do it.
the
That was
time
last
doesn't
year
really-
also.
well,
time
come on,
doesn't
it's
really
5 seconds on
matter.
database work.
Well, I mean, that also shows you that you can say as much as negative stuff as you want about Rel, but what he did is he babysat Outfit Wars. And when there was some stuff happening in the past, he was around at least to put some type of effort into it to fix things. And he's not there anymore. And I don't believe there's
definitely.
anyone, there's no one there looking over this tournament right now.
Well,
They just let us cook.
Wasn't there a DBG employee at the Formido match?
Yeah, there was one. No, it was he was fixing some regarding the squads. I think the squad issues.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
he didn't.
people thought it was an employee that did it, but it was just we worked out the outfit invite, which is the solution.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
But
That would really surprise me if a DBG employee would be inside PlanetSide 2 fixing things.
Oh, yeah, same goes with when the server goes down, right? The API is not registering it, so they never know about it.
Yeah.
This is the thing I was hoping from last Outfit Wars, because if I remember correctly, Rel and DBG said that they were building an automated system where it just run itself as long as you put all the correct values in. So I was kind of hoping we get a system where they could just flick a switch. But
I mean, it's better this season than it was last season. I mean, there has been considerable improvements. It's just there's clearly no one watching over it.
I think the performance in general is better, because I remember last season there were a lot of issues with having hiccups.
The hitching. Oh,
and the team colors on the first
Oh,
match.
remember also the first time that the warp gate didn't open, so everybody was stuck in his fucking
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
stuck in their fishing bowl.
I remember in the first match, I was like looking at myself. I'm in red armor. I'm on the blue team. My Moz is blue, but the tank next to me is red, and they're all on the same team.
And the
It's
mini,
like, what?
no, that wasn't even the thing that screwed me the most. The thing that screwed me the most was the mini map, where someone would be red and then would turn to blue as it realized it should have colored it blue.
God.
And also for viewers, I mean, I think last year there was a B-Way VCats match, both VS. I could not tell who was who. It was just VS shooting itself.
But you should try. Yeah, I mean, the casting, we've got the same
Yeah.
thing, and we've got
It's
we had
rough.
TR versus TR, and they both were running camos, and we were like, the red guys are shooting basically the red guys. I don't know.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
only see the tag. Basically, you need to look at the tag. That's the only thing how you can distinguish them. But yeah, the
Good
tag
luck
doesn't
doing that
pop
in an
up.
airball.
Yeah, exactly. But wait, follow that guy. He's from FU. I don't know. Follow him.
Yeah,
And
it was
Sal
so
has
strange.
died.
Yeah, so strange in the last match being in a Mozzie shooting at Mozzies. It's very weird.
Yeah,
That still is. Yeah.
I'm just gonna share a post that somebody shared in chat really quick. We can take a look at this. I'm gonna try to show it up on the screen as well. So there's actually been a response from Mitchell.
Oh, is it today?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
today.
Live response.
yeah, so we actually have a response today. I hope this is readable. So basically, hello everyone. We're going to review and make adjustments, fix some of the issues that came up with this season, including the early launch of matches on Soltec. So they're looking into it, but I feel it's a bit late. But yeah, it seems what I'm reading here is that there is also future seasons of Outfit Wars.
Well, they
Wow.
should. Like, I think they should, because if you're not, to be honest, if you don't have any Outfit Wars, if Outfit Wars is going down the drain, PlanetSide goes down the drain. It's the only thing to keep outfits up, right? To focus on the long-term goal of participating in Outfit Wars.
But see, that's the thing where I don't want to say I disagree with you, but I think there is more to the communities on live than Outfit Wars. I think it's
Oh,
a good
definitely.
part,
But
Oh, for sure.
but there's like so many groups that I think they're not even part of this right now, but they still play and they still enjoy playing on live, and they also still keep the game alive. So definitely a big part of it, but I find it very ambiguous that they say future seasons of Outfit Wars, because, and I don't want to like put the podcast into that direction, but just to like maybe just to shortly touch on it, I think we're on a bit of a timer here, and I do think we need something really big Q1 2024.
Yeah, there needs to be a decent updates for the game, because if we're gonna be honest, the player numbers are not looking great, and I don't see a way improving them without them making some changes, at least to the actual core game.
Something akin to Arsenal 2.0 would be nice.
I
Like,
think all we
some-
need is a
some-
meta shakeup, basically.
Some sweeping rebalances between the
Yeah,
different
exactly.
elements, something like that.
It's a rebalance for NC against the other factions and removing OSHA. I think that will just improve the numbers quite well.
I think removing OSHA won't happen. They will update it.
Yeah,
It won't,
they're not
probably
gonna
won't
throw away
happen.
Content.
But it would be big. OSHA gone, or just if they do it like Coulter and just say, hey guys, we're gonna look at OSHA again, like we're gonna optimize it, but we'll take it off for now. They don't have to admit that they did something wrong. They could just say, we'll fix it, but it's gone for the moment, and then just never bring it back. And we'll all forget about it. I won't say anything. It's okay. It's gone. We don't
Just
have
come
to
back
talk
and
about it.
no, we'll keep OSHA and add like 20 more lattice lanes. It's still not going to fix it, but it'll make it better.
Yeah. But also, please don't try to make it better. Just
Yes.
don't put any hours into it, okay? Could you just, I don't know.
I think
don't
at
know,
this
I
point they
think-
put too many hours into it because they took a very long time creating it and developing it, and now we're too far down the road.
They've done
We're
the
stuck
same
with it.
thing with CTF, haven't they? Like, they're trying to iterate
Oh,
on
God.
it.
Yeah.
And improve
Exactly.
it instead of just going, this isn't working, throw it out.
I mean, so there's that, and then there's certain things like small quality of life things that I don't think the average player necessarily realizes, but it affects the leadership really heavily, and then that means they're not running things, and then there is less organized stuff going on. So the map bugs, the fact that you can look at a map and not know that a base is ticking, or you can look at a CTF base and ask everyone in your squad how many flags are being run on that base, and they'll all give you a different answer. that is just destroying to anyone who wants to play the map.
Wait, do you care about CTF during your ops? What the fuck?
Like,
No, but I think
Right.
meta changes are for sure needed, and yeah, and those quality of lives, but don't figure with the guns at this particular moment because it will get worse probably instead of just focus on the game itself and the goal of the game.
Well, I mean, in terms of trying to get player numbers up or players back, Arsenal was the biggest improvement in player count we got last year. Like, it was the best content update we got. So
Yeah, true, but
It's-
it was
and-
also a situation when that was very needed.
Yeah.
And I think that situation is much less
It was
compared to
also
then.
still during a pandemic, right? So there
That was
was
a big thing as well, yeah.
the game was heavily benefiting from the pandemic and the player count going up from that, people coming back, spending time in the game, having probably more time at home. I don't know what they could do now to drive so much people back. I also know that the Arsenal update has alienated some players. Maybe not. I mean, if you look at the numbers, sure, a lot came back, but there are also quite some competitive people that said, okay, I don't like where this is going. I preferred some things before the Arsenal update. So, it's always a toss up. And in the end, maybe comes down to which group of players you want to cater to. Do you want to keep your diehard people? Do you want to be more casual? But then you might lose some diehards. And how important are the diehards? And I think they're actually quite important. So I'm very excited to see what they bring us next year. I hope they do bring something, and I'm very open-minded about it. But at the same time, there is a sense of urgency that they really need to push something on us. I don't know. I think Ahon said something in one of his streams about being able to just buy whatever decal or whatever, whatever was in the shop, to just being able to buy it. He would buy so many things. That's also the thing, right? Like less gatekeeping of I don't know, decals or sounds or whatever you can get in the shop would also help the game for now. I mean, it's not like a solution for the future, but just be more open about it.
Yeah, I do think that you should focus on the outfits that are still active. Make it fun for them, and then new players will join in, and because these outfits will have fun, we'll make recruitment videos again like in the past, and just grow in numbers, and eventually outfits will split up again, and you have this healthy, breathing organism that is expanding. And at this moment, the game stays alive because of these group of people who find enjoyment playing with each other. So fix on them and fix the game by it.
Yeah, I think what we're gonna go in now is a bit of the predictions, what we think is gonna happen basically this weekend for the games. So I'm gonna show up the rounds again. So the first match is gonna be Formido against the Freedom Fighters. Who you gonna think is gonna take that one away?
Oh, Formido, obviously.
I'm sorry, Glyn, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think FFS are very, very strong. I think you're going to have a tough old match.
I think you can give them a challenge, but eventually
It's gonna be close.
you
I
lose
think.
on one
It's
flank.
gonna be
Yeah,
very
definitely.
close.
It's good. It's especially a good match to watch for sure. But I think in the end, after a close call, FFS will win.
It will be a very interesting match, and I think one of the matches, definitely one of the matches, looking forward to watching it. Maybe it could maybe somehow get close. I know Formido is known for their cheese on live, and there are two really inconvenient things on live. One is running into a Sundra on point when it's Formido. Another one is running into attack plans with a Sundra on point when it's FFS. It's a toss up here, but eventually I would give it I have to give it to FFS because my friend tillenp is playing there, right? And I believe into him. He can carry his team and his 47 other guys. So, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah,
They'll never see the 48 flashes coming.
if there are cloak flashes, maybe not.
Wait, is there going to be a cloak flash race again?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Let's go towards the next game. Los Piratos against KOTV. KOTV, what is your plan, veimiK?
Let me tell you something. See, we're underdogs coming into this, obviously, but I think we can well, we're not gonna stomp, okay? We might not even win, but I think we can make it fun. I will be first commanding this time around because our first commander is not gonna be here this week. But I think we can surprise you if you're gonna watch the match. Let me put it this way.
I think
We've got something. I've got something up my sleeve. Let's say that.
I'm looking forward to seeing something special from you then. Anybody else want to say anything about this game?
I think if you could put heartbreak into a match, then it's this matchup. Like KOTV is made out of great people, you know, and I wish they would have a different opponent, but it is what it is.
You know, it's kind of well said.
I wish they would play anyone else but LPS.
Honestly,
probably LPS, strongest contender in this Outfit Wars. It is what it is, and I look forward to seeing them fight their hearts out.
I want to fight FU, and I want to fight DIGT. That's all my wishes this Outfit Wars.
I'm ready to see the airball lol pod.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
You bet. You bet.
I saw it at the end of the first match. I'm ready for it this match.
So I think that we come to I think also one of the closer games probably this weekend, DIGT against Ruin. How are you gonna take this one, Lance?
So the good thing is I don't have to think about it, right? I'm just gonna go there and I'm gonna just shift W and left mouse button most of the time. But from what I heard so far is there's gonna be some high sec ops being cooked up behind the scenes. Rune will not see what is coming for them, nor will they know what has hit them. So it's gonna be a very clear victory. But yeah, all jokes aside, I'm looking forward to a great match with Rune. I'm looking forward to these nutty pushes. They're known for their cohesion. They have some good players. I think actually some of them also played in the recent 6v6 tournament. I'm not too sure. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good match, and I think we're going to have fun playing the game. And
yeah, it's definitely an opponent you can't underestimate.
I think that's the match that most of us are watching because it's going to come down a lot more to platoon leading than some of the other matches.
I have a little bit of bias on this as well because I have an alt in DIGT, but I do think DIGT is a bit stronger this year. I think they've got the edge over Ruin this time around. So
yeah, I'm hoping for DIGT, you know, but Ruin, I think both teams have a strong strong players. So both team actually, it's like a pretty fair matchup, I would say. Probably one of the fairest this weekend. Then we have XPLA playing against the
reverse boneheads.
Yeah,
it
just confuses my head, you know.
Well, it's more like the question: how many points will reverse boneheads get? Right?
Oh no! So this is where bear in mind the memers that are in reverse boneheads. The same memers are the ones that are been boosting XPLA's numbers. So will they do the ultimate comedy and fight themselves?
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Because
they could give the victory to XPLA, right? And then get an easier matchup the following week. Who knows?
The thing is, anyone can play.
I don't think
XPLA,
they can get an easier match.
Like if it's...
Oh, they will fight Chip then, or what?
Yeah, the thing is, if you decide to win with very low points, it could be easier. But everyone can sign up for XPLA and say like, oh, I'm playing an extra match of Outfit Wars, you know.
I mean, the expected result, if who we expect logs on to either side, is that XPLA gets stomped. Because one person against 15 people equals 15 people win.
Unless it's a hacker.
Oh, and if we see a flying max, I hope we finally get a dev involved, even though there's a flying max on Miller right now.
A flying Thunderers, mate. That's the whole meta.
At least he hasn't got the NCAF tag anymore.
And those are called anvils, Toby. But yeah, and then we have C against FU.
The rematch of dreams.
Ooh.
Is it your naughty dream, bro?
Yeah, I'm super excited for this one again. I'm really interested to see how it goes because we've made some changes internally, and I want to see how it works.
I have a question for Sal. How much is Doc P influencing the strategy on this upcoming match?
A fair bit, to be honest. He's been really helpful. Like I've been talking to him a lot. I met him through Lane Smash this year, and he's been a really good guy to talk to since then. So
I'm very excited for this match.
yeah, me too.
Is Bob suddenly going to take over platoon leading?
No comment.
Uh-huh.
But
You'll have to wait and see.
he was less involved in the first game, correct?
Who, Doc P or Bob?
Yeah, Doc P.
He's been fairly involved, not hands-on leading or anything, but a lot of advice and a lot of tips.
Interesting.
I've met Doc P through the what was it, the 12v12 tournament. I think he is one of like the straightest shooters in the game. Like he's like just a great guy to be around. He has so much insight. He's a bit of like a call him like a planetside Gandalf or something.
Yeah, like
a German,
guru.
yeah, like a
Yeah.
guru. Like it's weird. Like I basically started this game with his videos, with his clips and like his explanations on YouTube, and then to play with him and to like see his view on things. Definitely, I think an X factor strategy wise on your side, Sal. I'm very looking forward to that match.
Okay, and I think then the last one should be a clear victory, but
Dig will not turn up. Yes, so Chimp will win.
Chimp against Dig.
Maximum score Chimp.
If they,
The only question is, will Chimp actually maximize their capture timers?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, do you want to get a maximum score is also maybe the question.
This point in the tournament, yes.
Because it's your wins.
Because there's only one more game to go. You're going to need the points.
Correct, but your wins matter more than your scores.
Well, there's going to be a whole bunch of people, I think, on one win.
Yeah, that's very possible. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting with the scores and the points, because I think
4 teams go out.
Yeah, I think you need 2 wins to go through for sure. Right?
Yes, but if you aren't sure if you're going to get 2 consecutive wins, then getting a win and then lots of points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting weekend, because after this match, it's going to be the 4th game, and then it's going to matter who actually makes the top 8. Because after this weekend, the next weekend, it's still all in play. Whoever is going to go through. But I think we're going to close to round it off here. I'm going to go through everyone. If you want to shout yourself out or somebody else, you can do it right now. So I'm going to start with Glyn.
Look into Famida. You might want to join us online. Shout out to the, I think, 5 people in Famida that currently have COVID.
Oh.
And then we go over to Sal.
Okay, shout out to the Freelancers Union, the serious community for the casual gamer, as we call it. Thanks to Morgrak for organising everything for me this year. And Incubus and Jack for squad leading as well. You've been doing a great job so far. Let's keep it up.
veimiK.
Join KOTV Outfit Matey. Honestly, right. Happy birthday to my fellow friend. His name is Honk 69. Happy birthday, my dude. And you can join KOTV at wait, what was that? KOTV.org/Discord.
Lance.
Yeah. Also, happy birthday to Habel. I think he turned 18.
12.
Today. And finally, he can be the Outfit Wars leader that he always wanted to be. Also, big shout outs, of course, to the DIGT leadership. They're doing a great job keeping it together. Yeah, and big shout outs to Drakoy doing this here, putting time into this. It's great to see the community come together again. I don't know when the last time something like this was being done. I think it's really needed to bring us back together and to celebrate this game in some way and push it forward. So thank you very much also for having me.
And Toby.
Shout out to myself. No, just kidding.
Nice.
Shout out to the whole team of C, of course, and Red Mist. and appreciate the effort Drakoy you're putting in this community thing. Nothing special. That's it.
Yeah, I basically want to thank everyone for attending, you guys for speaking, of course, and everyone in Twitch for watching, and the people in YouTube afterwards. If anyone wants to ever attend this podcast as a speaker, just contact me on Discord, and we will try to get you in. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.